Okay. I think we shall start the lecture. Uh, as I'm using different devices today, so before continuing, am I audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and let me share my screen now. Okay, is the screen visible? PPT.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so as we had discussion on construction rules earlier, in add-on to that, we'll discuss about one more rule of the root locus, and later on we will be solving several examples. In fact, unit number 3 is already over in last lecture, but the examples that we conducted are, I think it is less. So today we'll be solving several numericals on root locus, so the concept will be more clear to you people. Okay, so here the root locus technique, construction rule 7. We'll just go through the concept. Later on, it will be more clear in the examples. The angle of departure of an open loop pole is given by, it is Q of P, sorry, Q, it is phi of P, that will be plus minus 2Q plus 1 into 180. That is, of course, the angle criteria, plus phi. We'll see what that phi is, where Q value is 0, 1, 2, and so on. All other open loop poles and zeros. Similarly, the angle of arrival at an open loop pole is given by, is phi z is nothing but 0, is equal to angle condition minus total angle contributed by all poles. And again, Q value is same. We have one example, like we have a root locus here, may have several poles, like say somewhere here P1, somewhere here P2, somewhere here P3, somewhere P4, somewhere away there is say P5. I'll write here P5. I'll not write all the poles number here. And somewhere here say P6, some zeros are there. Then we'll select what? We'll select one point, a test point as 0 on the root locus is selected very close to P5. I'm taking P5 into the consideration. So there will be very closer test point near to P5. And if I join all the angles with that test point, I'm not able to draw straight line here on this device correctly. If I join all other poles to that, the contribution of net pole will be equal to the test point which is close to the P5. Let's see the theory again. The net angle contributed by all the poles and zeros, of course zeros are there, to the pole P5 is almost equal to the net angle contributed to the arbitrary point S0. Since the pole P5 and arbitrary point, test point I'll say S0, are very close to each other. So therefore, ये सभी जो है means other than P5, whatever is the angle contributed by them will be approximately equal to angle contributed by test point S0 with P5 pole. This is the theory. Then the net angle contribution of all zeros, poles and zeros to this S0 will be how? It will be phi. Phi की value all angle contributed. That is phi of Z1, if one zero is there in the example, minus phi, that is degree of or say angle of all the poles P1 to P6. So we are talking about what? P5. So P5, because the test point is near to the P5. So we'll be looking at on that. So total angle contribution will be P5 minus phi, where phi is the net angle contributed by all poles and zero except P5. Again, the net angle contributed by all poles and zero to the point on root locus. This is the formula for angle criteria, that is plus 1 into 180. So comparing the equations, your P5 minus this angle of P5 minus contribution of all other poles and zeros will be equal to the angle criteria. Therefore, angle of P5 will be equal to angle criteria plus the contribution of all poles and zero angles. Since F0 is very close to P5, of P5 is the angle of departure. Because उसी direction से सब जा रहे हैं, so that will be the angle of departure. Going to the next PPT, be more clear in the example, don't you worry. I'm waiting for PPT to change. Okay, so I have examples. Sketch the root locus for unity feedback system with open loop transfer function. The transfer function is g of s, which is k into s plus 1. That will be 1, 0 at minus 1. And denominator term is s square plus 4s plus 13. So if you calculate the open loop poles at, it will be, of course, from the characteristic equation in denominator. So S1 and 2, there are two poles, and of course, those are complex conjugate, and that is minus 2 plus minus J3. And the open loop 0 are, of course, due to S plus 1, it will be minus 1 will be 0. Therefore, total number of poles will be 2, and total number of zeros will be 1. So here, as we had discussion in earlier lecture, if I plot a root locus for this, so what I have 1, 0 at minus 1. So here is 1, 0 at minus 1. Then I have minus 2. There is 1 pole and plus 2. Of course, plus 2 plus minus J3 and minus 2 plus J3 and minus 2 minus J3. So where are the root locus? If you see this line, change the marker. If you see this line, if you use test point on this line, then there are no roots on the right hand side of this test point. No number of zeros and no number of poles. Then if you go for this line, which minus 2 se leke minus 1 tak, and if you see the number of poles and zeros on right hand side, there is 1, 0, which is the again odd number. And if it is an odd number, there is root locus here. Again, just check the test point on the left hand side towards minus infinity on the real axis. And if you take any test point, suppose this or this or this somewhere, how many number of poles and zeros next to that into the right hand side? Total number of poles are 2 plus 0. So that will be 3. Again, there are 3 number of poles and zeros. Therefore, on this line, starting from this 0 towards minus infinity, this will be the complete root loci or path. Will be the complete path. Same is explained here. The number of branches in the root locus will be 2, similar to the number of poles, whatever is greater. The 2 branches of the root locus originated from the pole. कहाँ branch originated होगी? One from minus 2 plus J3. Another will become minus 2 minus J3. That location we called it is K is equal to 0. Since M is equal to 1, that is number of pole is 1. Out of 2 branches, one branch will terminate at open loop 0. ये दोनों में से एक pole will get terminate at 0, but another pole will get terminate towards minus infinity because of course, the construction rule that we are taking into consideration. All the points between infinity to it is on root loci, or it is a root. Since the sum of pole and zeros to the right is odd, we have already seen. If we take any test point after the -1 towards minus infinity, and if you check number of poles and zero addition of that goes odd, therefore complete is the root. I'll move to the next PPT. Next point, the root locus that proceed to infinity do so along the asymptote with angle. Asymptote के angle कितने रहेंगे? So we have formula for that. Phi A is the asymptote angle. Angle criterion, that is 2q plus 1 into 180. Divided by difference between number of pole and number of zero. There are two number of poles and one number of zero. So 2 minus 1, it will be 1. So A key here, so Q value will be 0. Putting that Q value into 0 here, you'll get only 1, that is 180 degree. And that we have seen already on earlier PPT. As we did this root locus, there is 0 and minus 1. And there are pole here at minus plus 2 and minus 2, complex conjugate. So here, there is only one angle of asymptote, that is nothing but 180 degree towards left. So this is all about angle of asymptote. Then the breakaway point we need. The breakaway point, how do we calculate? We put characteristic equation, that is of course 1 plus gs upon 1 plus gs into hs. We take that characteristic equation equal to 0, and we try to find out k is equal to what is the k is equal to, and we then differentiate k with respect to s. So similarly, we took characteristic equation equal to 0. We got this equation. K is equal to what? S square upon s square plus 4s plus 13 divided by s plus 1. That has minus sign, of course. And derivated that, I'll not use derivations here, step by step. Derivated that, after derivation, we get what? S cube plus 6s square plus 9s plus 1 is equal to 0. Then, if we take roots of this, you know how to calculate roots. So there will be two roots by this equation. Is if for this dk by ds equation, if you put it equal to 0, then we get two poles, that is at minus 4.16 and 2.16. The breakaway point will be at minus 4.16. How? Because we earlier mentioned that the root will be from -1 towards minus infinity. So breakaway point present on -1 towards plus infinity. So you can see these two numbers. Minus 4.16 is present on root, but where will be 2.16? 2.16 will be somewhere here, and which is not the point of root. Therefore, we will omit this 2.16. And since minus 4.16 is the point which lie on the root locus and other point does not. Therefore, breakaway point will be somewhere here at minus 4.16. There is one more methodology to get say clear about this. If number of roots are more from the characteristic equation, out of all the roots obtained from the characteristic equation, derivative characteristic equation, which is on the root, if you wanted to calculate, there is one more technique that we'll see into the further examples. Okay. Now,
Hello, sir.
what is the angle of departure? It is,
Sir, hello.
yes, please.
PPT is not visible.
PPT is not visible. My audio is there, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll check it out. Since how long it is happening?
Just ये PPT
Okay,
के
just,
आगे
yeah. Okay, wait. Because I'm using device, I'm out of station and I'm using another device. So that's why I already mentioned this earlier. So please convey me if there is some problem with, say, technical problem with the PPT or sound. So here I will again, I'll disconnect it. I'll share it again. Stop. Even today, I'm not using a Teams app. I'm directly using the browser for conducting this lecture. Okay, is it visible now? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
PPT is root locus technique, example 3. Okay, so we will be finding out that, thank you. We will be finding out the angle of departure. That will be phi p is nothing but the angle condition plus minus 180 plus theta. Why we directly took 180 degree here plus minus? Because we already calculated 2q plus 1 into 180. There is one asymptote and that angle condition is 180. So we directly took 180 degree here instead of writing complete formula. Plus 5. By calculation, here calculations are not given. So by calculation, we have two poles. So for this pole, the angle will be this. And for another complex conjugate pole, the angle will be this 161.57. So these two pole you can see the angle are given. I think in the diagram the angle written is different, 108.43. This is wrong. It is 198.43. I took this from somewhere else, so I could not edit, but this is wrong. It is 198.43. So this is how we can get the angle of departure here. So how will be the root locus? You can see whatever we discussed earlier. There is a -1 here. On -1 there is 0. 0 towards minus infinity. 0 toward here in this direction is a minus infinity. So complete root is from -1 towards minus infinity. This is the root, out of which here there are complex conjugate point, and you can see one of the pole. I'll erase the ink first. One of the poles started at -2 plus J3 and end at 0. One of the branch which is initiated at -2 plus J3 is started at pole K is equal to 0 and ended at 0 available. But what about another branch? It started at -2 plus minus 3J and it moves in this way and terminates towards infinity. So every pole which started the branch will terminate somewhere. If 0 is available, those will terminate at 0. If it is not available, definitely it will terminate at infinity. Another thing that we have calculated is not able to erase the is the breakaway point. So this is the breakaway point. And you can see something -4.16 was the breakaway point, which is exactly at somewhere here. Okay. So this is all about the example number 3. Next is the last is root locus technique, construction rule 8 and 9 together. So the intersection of root locus with imaginary axis can be determined using route criteria. Okay, what is this? We have already discussed earlier. If there is suppose case like this, I have complex conjugate pole here and here. I don't have 0. So let's say check for the root condition. So root condition, if you check, then what happens if you take test point -2, I suppose here, -2 to 0, and if you check on the right hand side of this, there is 0 number of poles and 0, so it is even number. And if you take test point in this direction somewhere, in this direction, so again the number of zeros and pole towards this right hand side will be 2, and 2 is again even number, so there is no odd number next to any test point. So the where do the root available? Okay, and where do they direct? कहाँ जाते हैं वो? So it may cross the imaginary axis like this. It may cross the imaginary axis, and it may go into the, I'm saying it may or may not, okay? It may, there are certain cases where your root may go into the, go through the imaginary axis and may go into the unstable region. So in that case, if you wanted to uh, find out the intersection of that, means the path of the root and the imaginary axis, the intersection of that, for that purpose we use a root criterion, and that you know very well. We'll see in the further example. The loop, open loop gain k at s is equal to 0 on the root locus is given by k is equal to product of all the poles, s plus all the poles, and divide by product of s plus s naught is what? Test point of this, plus all the zeros. So one more example here. Example number 4. Sketch the root locus of unity feedback system with open loop transfer function. Unity feedback system means h of s is equal to 1. So g of s is equal to k upon this function s into s square plus 8s plus 32. By calculating the root will be how much? It is minus plus minus j4. There are two poles, s1 and s2, which is -4 minus j4 and -4 plus j4. And one more at s3, which is 0, this function. If you put this characteristic equal to 0, s will be equal to 0. Another will be s square plus 8s plus 32 will be equal to 0. From that, three poles are calculated. One is complex conjugate and one is what? Simple pole at origin. And therefore, number of poles are 3. How many number of 0? There is no term in numerator. So number of 0 are 0. So number of total branches equal to pole. Those are 3. One will initiate at s is equal to 0. One will initiate at -4 minus j4, and one will initiate at -4 plus j4. All at k value is equal to 0. How many branches will terminate to infinity? 3 branches will originate from the root and will terminate at infinity. Why? Because there the number of zeros are 0. Therefore, number of branches terminate to infinity. Formula is n minus m, that is number of pole minus number of zero. All the 3 branches will be terminated towards infinity. So all the points from -infinity to 0 lie on the root locus. Let me see the root is there or no. Okay, there is, so I'll not discuss it here. So lie on the root locus, since some of the poles and zeros to the right is odd number. Then proceeding for the root locus towards infinity जाते हैं तीनों branch, that we know. But what are the angles? Infinity जाते हैं, इसका मतलब those are not moving like this. There is root locus, suppose, and infinity जाते हैं means इधर जाएंगे, maybe go इधर, may it go in this direction. It is not like that. There are again, of course, the certain construction rules of set of rules. So what is this? Pi a is the angle of asymptote. There are 3 poles, means three branches moving towards infinity, means there will be 3 asymptotes here. So given by this formula, angle condition divided by 3. Actually, it is 3 minus 0. That's why it is 3. So one will be at 60 degree, one will be at 180 degree, and one will be at 300 degree. 300 degree is nothing but -60 degree. Then calculation of centroid. The point of intersection of the asymptote on the real axis given by, जैसे asymptote चालू होंगे 3 डायरेक्शन में, it will go 60, 180 and minus 60. But at what point it will start? Whether it will start here, whether it will start here or somewhere here, that is dependent on the centroid. So calculating centroid, the sigma A will be equal to what? What is formula for centroid? It is real part of the poles minus real part of the zeros divided by pole minus 0. So real part of pole दो बार है -4, then zeros are 0, minus 0, it will be -8 divided by n minus m, that will be 3 minus 0 will be equal to 0, sorry 3. So it comes minus 2.667. Somewhere here, जहाँ पे भी ये point है, it will be present. And one more is the breakaway point. Roots are started at pole and moving towards infinity, but there are two roots. What is the breakaway point? These two roots are moving with the value of k, and those roots will meet together somewhere on this. So that can be calculated. We know the set of rules that will be k value हम निकालेंगे from the characteristic equation. We'll differentiate it with respect 1 plus GSHS is equal to 0. So we'll calculate k value. We'll differentiate it. After differentiation, you will get new equation with lower order, that is 3s square. पहला 3s cube का था, it is 3s square plus 16s plus 32 is equal to 0. Go for the pole calculation for this equation. So poles directly calculated here. Poles are complex conjugate, that is -8 plus minus j 4 root 2 by 3. This minus, it will be complete term divided by 3. So it will be -8 by 3 plus minus j 4 root 2 by 3. The points are not on root locus. क्यों नहीं है? Points are not on root locus. Let's move to the root locus now, and then after we'll discuss this. Okay. Where is root? There is one pole here. There is one pole here, s is equal to 0. And another pole is somewhere here, -4. So if I set the test point here somewhere and check the number of poles towards this right side, then this is 1. 1 is odd. Again, I will mark somewhere a test point somewhere here. Then again, calculate number of pole and 0. There are how many? 1 minus j wala, minus j plus j4 wala. Another is minus j4 wala. And one is s is equal to 0. So there are 3. So on this route, starting for 0 towards minus infinity, if you check the number of poles and 0 towards right hand side of any test point, the number is odd. That's why this path is on root. This path is on root. यहाँ पे root locus है. और अभी फिर अगर ये यहाँ पे रहा point, breakaway point somewhere here, then we'll say it is on root. But what we got here, we got something else. We got complex conjugate number. That's why this point is not on the root. Therefore, there is no breakaway point. ये पहली केस सही है. There is no breakaway point. कहाँ पे है वो point? नहीं है root पे. There is no breakaway point. So in this case, what we do? Angle of departure निकाला है. That will be, of course, angle condition plus pi. Pi p will be angle condition plus pi. And that is nothing but by calculation, pi of -4 plus j4 will be 45 minus degree. Pi of -4 minus j4 will be 45 degree plus. The point of intersection with imaginary axis हमें निकालना है. क्यों निकालना है? because now we know the roots are not moving. Its breakaway point is not on root. So your root locus will move somewhere else and it will cross the imaginary axis in this case. That's why we have seen rule number 8 and 9. Taking time to change the PPT. That's why I'm waiting for it. So, what is the characteristic equation? Characteristic equation is 1 plus GS plus HS, sorry, into HS is equal to 0, which is equal to 1 plus K upon GS HS की value. HS is equal to 1, so GS value is S into S square plus 8S plus 32. ये equate करने के बाद we'll get what? K value is complete equation equal to 0, and we'll write what? We'll write, if you do this in the form of what? S cube plus whatever the term is coming plus K is equal to 0.
Sir, please unmute yourself. Sir, you are not audible.
Hello? How long I am not audible? Since how long? Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Since how long I am not audible?
So from last
From
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
From
2 minutes.
this PPT? Point number? Can you tell me from point number 7 or 8?
8.
8. Okay. So this is just what we took. We took characteristic equation is equal to 1, and then got the term in the form of like s to the power 3 towards s to the power 2, s to the power 1, s to the power 0. That last term will be k is equal to 0. And then we have root array. S cube coefficient is 1. S coefficient is 32. S square के बारे में वो ऐसे लिखते हैं हम. S square coefficient is 8 and s to the power 0 coefficient is k. Like the equation is what? S cube plus 8s square plus 32s plus k is equal to 0. From this we obtain by putting this is equal to 0. Now, again, the root array rules, this cross multiplication, that is 8 into 32 is 256 minus this cross multiplication 1 into k, that will be k, divided by this element 8 jahan se start kiya tha. And this k comes here as it is. So this is the root table. Now what we need to do, I want the k value which will make this term equal to 0. कोई ज्यादा इसमें सोचने वाली बात नहीं. Whatever root table you wrote, next element you calculated, you have to put k value in this way so that the next coming element will be 0. And of course, 256 minus 256 will be 0. So we'll take k is equal to 256 and root locus crosses the imaginary axis at this value. Therefore, what we do, if this is 0, then we go for the auxiliary equation of just above row. So how to write the auxiliary equation? It will be 8 into s square. So 8 into s square plus k. And what is k's value? Is 256. It is 8 into s square plus k is equal to 0. And k value is 256. That's why I kept it 256. So what will be the s? S square. S square will be 256 minus 256 divided by 8. And what will be the s value? We get a complex conjugate number, and we'll get imaginary axis intersection. That will be plus j under root 32 and minus j under root 32. So we have everything. Now we'll discuss the root locus graph. Okay, now you can see these are the poles 1, 2, and 3. We calculated. We have discussed if you take any test point from 0 towards minus infinity, the number of poles and 0 at any test point kahin pe bhi liya, then that will be odd number. So complete route from 0 to minus infinity is the path or route. Then we calculated asymptote. Asymptote, this angle, यहाँ से अगर शुरुआत किया, this angle is 180. So one asymptote towards minus infinity. Another asymptote is plus 60. It is going towards infinity here. And another asymptote is 300 degrees, nothing but what? Minus 60 degrees, going towards infinity in this direction. These are the three asymptotes. Then centroid we calculated. What was the value of centroid? Here is the centroid. Kitna nikala tha? Let me see. Centroid we obtained is minus 2.66. That value is on graph somewhere here. This is the centroid. Then we calculated the angle of departure. So what is the angle of departure? Angle of departure from the pole towards infinity is one तो एक तो straight line में जा रहा है minus infinity की तरफ from 0 to minus infinity. But another minus of angle of departure were two angles, that is minus 45. So pole will start ये हुआ 0 वाला line, and this is minus 45 degree angle. You can see this is minus 45 degree. So this will start like this with an angle of minus 45 and will move towards infinity, towards the asymptote angle. Then these two are approximately parallel. This will move in this way, but not this. This would have say moved like this, or maybe with this angle. A question mark ita. Maybe with another angle, but no, we cannot do like that. We have to calculate angle, and that calculation was minus 45 for the first root. For another, that is plus 45. So this is what, this is the parallel line to the real axis, and to that, if you wanted to draw the angle, this is the 45 degree angle. Therefore, this route will go with plus 45 direction, angle, and will move towards asymptote third, that is minus 60 degree. Okay. So this is all about what, how to find out root, how to find out what are the angles. Have to calculate angle of departure in the cases where it is moving toward infinity, and again number of asymptote, their angle, and if these roots are not moving towards infinity, and if it is crossing the imaginary axis, then you have to calculate these points which are the intersection of imaginary axis. और क्या आया था ये? It is plus j under root 32 and minus j under root 32. वहीं पे ये root cross हुआ है imaginary axis को, because it is a calculation. So this is all about the root locus and this complete problem. If there is if say subjective exam is there and such type of problem comes for say here about 13 to 14 marks if complete is asked, and if suppose the partial things are asked like only say roots and asymptote or centroid, complete नहीं plot करने को बोला है, so maybe for 7 to 8 marks. Today, this highlighter is not properly working on this device, so you might be facing the problem. I'm not able to exactly mark what I want. So is now one numerical, only numericals. Those are the discussed earlier. Draw the root locus of the following diagram. Drawing root locus means plotting roots, that is poles. Pole find out करना है, and locus means उसका path find out. What is the equation? Equation is transfer function ks upon 1 plus ks. So bring it into the standard form. कहाँ से लिया है हमने ks upon 1 plus ks? Because this diagram is given where into the block there is k by s. So how do we write? It is written like the standard form k upon k into gs upon 1 plus hs gs. ऐसे है. So if you say separate this k, how it will be? It will be k into 1 by s. So it is this block divided by this. What about h of s? H of s is unity shown in the diagram. यहाँ पे feedback में block नहीं दिख रहा है आपको h of s. That means h of s is equal to 1. Okay. So how is the characteristic equation? Very easy. This will be equal to 0. So you'll get the equation s plus k is equal to 0. Then pole, where is the pole? Pole will be s is equal to minus k. Pole will be at s is equal to minus k. You draw the root locus, यहाँ पे पूछा नहीं है. But if you draw the root locus, somewhere here is the value minus k is your root locus. So, ये थोड़ा pointer problem दे रहा है. So where are the root available? अगर निकालना है तो if you use test point somewhere here, no poles and 0 to on the right hand side of test point, so there will not be root. If you put the root here somewhere towards minus infinity, there is one pole available, that is odd number. Therefore, this complete will be the root. This will be the root. Okay. So minus k. So how to plot the root locus? Already it is there. So this is the root locus. This is minus k. Okay. Now where are the root? If the equation is s is equal to minus k, if I take k value is equal to 0, so k s will be equal to, of course, minus 0. So the pole will be available here. If k value is say 2, then s will be minus 2. So your pole will be available here. Of course, it will vary with k. If your k is infinity, your pole will somewhere here towards you. So this is how is the root locus. Very simple, no need to discuss further. Another diagram. Again, I'm asking, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is PPT visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's
Okay. Okay, so this is numerical number 2, very short numerical, maybe for below 5 marks. So again, same thing is given, one diagram is given where k into 1 by s square, so k by s square. I have to write it. So I'll write k by s square divided by 1 plus k by s square. Unity gain, feedback में कुछ नहीं है, one line is there, that means hs is equal to 1. So characteristic equation is what? S square is equal to k. Where is pole then? S square is equal to k. Therefore, s will be equal to, यहाँ पे लिखने में मैंने डायरेक्ट लिखा है, so s will be equal to plus minus under root of k. Am I correct? As this s square is equal to k, then s will be equal to plus minus under root of k. So how to please mute the mic. Okay. So these are the root, and of course it is a complex conjugate. So let's see how to plot. Yes, if k value is 0, it will be under root of 0. So pole will be here. If it is 1, then it will be under root of 1. So there will be somewhere here pole, that is plus under root 1 and minus under root. If k value is 2, then it will be plus under root 2 minus under root. Like if it is 3, it will be plus minus under root 3 somewhere here, plus minus under root 3 somewhere. So this is for just understanding. In earlier example, we have seen with the k value, your pole is moving its position from 0 towards infinity. But if it is a complex conjugate pole, as mentioned in this example, if I'm increasing the k value, your poles are of course complex conjugate and moves towards plus infinity and minus infinity, but on imaginary axis. But on imaginary axis. We'll move to the next example. Consider the system with this G and H will be K upon S into S plus 2 into S plus 4. Find where S is equal to minus 0.75 and S is equal to minus 1 plus J4. ऐसे example आते हैं. Is on root locus or not using angle condition. हमें क्या find out करना है? In this transfer function, whether this point is on the root or not, and also this point is on the root or not. Root means what? जो हम condition से निकालते हैं उस root पे है या नहीं. So angle condition, अभी हम theory कुछ सीखने वाले नहीं है. I'm directly using the formula. Angle of G of S H of S when S is equal to minus 0.75. So angle of K divided by angle of S plus 2, angle of S plus 4. Putting the value of S, limit, that is minus 0.75. So angle of minus 0.75, angle of minus 0.75 plus 2, angle of minus 0.75 plus 4. So writing into the complex conjugate form, you know this is the real part. So imaginary part equal to 0. But for avoiding confusion, we'll write. So first angle will be what? Real part minus 0.75 plus J0. Similarly here, ये 2 minus 0.75 किया तो it will be 1.25 plus J0 and 4 minus 0.75 किया तो it will be 3.25 plus J0. Of course, it will be tan inverse of y by x. It is tan inverse of imaginary part upon real part. So calculating angle, it will be angle of k divided by this will be 180 ये पहले के लिए, then plus another will be 0, another 2 will be 0. So together the additions are 180. So it will be what? Angle of k divided by 180. Taking into the, say, in this side, it will be minus 180 degree. Okay, and what is the angle condition? The angle condition is your angle should be in odd multiple of 180, like 180, 360, likewise. So it should be odd multiple. So 180 into 1, it is odd multiple. Therefore, whatever the point that we thought of, that is minus 0.75, is on the root. कोई जरूरत नहीं root locus निकालने के लिए. Your angle condition is satisfied. Here, it is present on root. Let's go for another one. So instead of 0.75, what I use here? Minus 1 plus J4. Same thing. I kept, in place of S, I kept minus 1 J4 everywhere into the equation. Then this will be minus 1 J4. This will be 1 plus J4. This will be 4 minus 1, so it will be 3 plus J4. Calculated tan inverse of imaginary upon real. So I got this angle for first term, this angle for second term, 53.13 for third. In addition of this is 233.12, and therefore the angle condition is minus 233 into 12. It does not satisfy the angle condition. Angle condition क्या है? It should be odd multiple of 180, and this number is not odd multiple of 180. Therefore, whatever the point is given is not on the root or path. Very simple and short examples. Whatever the construction rules, that we learned till now, we will be using those rules. As I explain from where those rules and those equations came, how it is angle condition, how is a uh, centroid, everything we saw in detail. But while solving the problem, you need no need to have those theories. Only those concept and the formulas are utilized here. Okay. Now, then next is what angle condition हो गया है. Then find the value of k at those points. 0.75 है तो k की value s is equal to 0.75 minus है. What is k value? So same system is there. So I'll not read it. Find the value of k if s is equal to minus 0.75. उसके लिए क्या फॉर्मूला है? Magnitude of GS HS at 0.75 minus will be k divided by magnitude of s into magnitude of s plus 2 into magnitude of s plus 4 shall be equal to 1. Put all the values. I have magnitude of 0.75 minus, then 0.75 minus plus 2, magnitude of 0.75 minus plus 4. Check it out whether it is equal to 1. Calculating this is the equation. Not need to check. This is the condition, and magnitude condition should be equal to 1. So ये पूरा कैलकुलेशन करने के बाद it will be k upon 3.05 equal to 1. Moving 3.05 on right hand side, k is equal to 3.05. Means whenever your root will be at minus 0.75, the value of k will be this 3. Let's see for another one. Same thing is done here. इसके लिए magnitude of all the function, I kept this value in place of s here, here, and here. Then you know how to calculate magnitude. If it is magnitude of a plus jb, so it will be under root of a square plus b square. So by that you have a divided by under root 17 multiplied by under root 17 multiplied by under root 25 equal to 1. Calculating that, you get k by 85 is equal to 1. The value of k is equal to 80. For this particular value of s, the value of k is this. K is what? Gain. Gain change, your root is change. Root means pole position is change. Pole location is change. Of course, if pole location is changed, your gain has to be changed. Okay. I have a next example. I have total 17 examples today. Once I end the 17 examples, there will stop. It may be say 11:40, maybe 11:50, maybe 12. So it will be finished before 12, don't you? So consider the points. 2 points are given. S1 is minus 3 plus J4. S2 is minus 3 minus J2. These are the two roots or two poles available. In S-plane, in the system with open loop transfer function, K upon S plus 1 square. Then which root lie on root locus? This is the question. You may please cross-check the calculations if you want. If there are certain calculations mistake, you may interrupt me at any point. Okay. So what is first root? दोनों root locus पे है या नहीं? ये check करने के लिए we have to follow the angle condition. So I'll go for the angle condition of S1. The angle condition of angle of K divided by angle of S plus 1 to the power 4. Putting value of S, that is minus 3 plus J4. It will be this. Then I may write it 4 tan inverse of imaginary, that is 4 divided by 2. and minus sign लिखा नहीं मैंने minus sign. So angle is minus 253.75. Does it follow angle condition? Please reply. Does it follow angle condition? Not. Does not satisfy the angle condition because whatever the angle we obtained here shall be the odd multiple of 180. Therefore, this point not on root locus. Let's go for another point. S2 minus 3 J2. Sorry, minus J2. Putting into the angle condition form here, I'll not read it out. It is waste of time. Then again will be minus 2 nothing but 1. What do you see here? It is 180. 180. And does therefore it is minus 180. Does it follow the angle condition? Yes. It satisfies the angle condition. Therefore, S2, which is minus 3 minus J2, is on root locus. Again, I will interrupt. Is PPT visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
If you are saying yes, that means I am audible. Okay. Moving to the next example. Complete root locus हमने निकाला नहीं है. Please make the point. अभी तक हमने complete root locus निकाला नहीं है. What I do? I'm using one by one. Say example for calculating angle, calculating magnitude, then centroid, then breakaway point, asymptote, and then your last numerical will have all those points. You have to calculate complete root and plot complete root. So for unity gain feedback control system with open loop transfer function, whether the root S is equal to minus j plus j1 lie on root locus. If lie or not, whatever, what is the value of k? So lie कर रहा है नहीं है. For that we'll use angle condition. This is the transfer function given k by s into s square plus 7s plus 12. We'll write it in another form, s as it is, and we can say separate this s square plus 7s plus 12. We may write in partial fraction form, that will be s plus 3 into s plus 4. Okay, going for the angle condition, I'll put value of s1, where s is equal to say minus 1 plus j1. Putting this value into this equation, so angle of this, putting the value, I'll not read it out. Okay, then this is the final value of imaginary and real part, that is angle of minus 1 plus j, angle of 2 plus j1, angle of 3 plus j1. So if you calculate, it will be minus 45 plus 26.40, sorry, 56 plus 18.43. Then if you do the calculation, it is around 0.001 degree minus, that is nothing but of course 0. And it is of course angle of this point is approximately equal to 0. And approximately equal to 0 is nothing but 360, right? And 360 is nothing but the even multiple of 180. 180 multiplied by 2 will be 360. So of course it does not satisfy the angle condition. Hence, this point is not on. Some of the students are requesting me to upload the PPT, but due to my some personal traveling, I could not able to upload the PPT of lecture number 15 and 16. So what I do today, I will upload complete PPT 15, 16, 17, and 18. And if possible, I will upload the video. This video will be available after Tuesday, probably on Wednesday. So I will be on in Shega, so it will be convenient for me. But today the PPTs will be available. Don't you worry. Okay. Then the numerical number 9, magnitude condition for unity feedback control system. वही जो दिया है वो. For that पूछा था whether this point is on root locus, and due to the angle condition does not satisfy, it is not on root locus. But what is value of k? Value of k can be calculated with magnitude function. So we'll calculate the magnitude of GSHS. So we'll put the value of S is equal to whatever is given. So here is the value of S, that magnitude condition is equal to 1. Then we'll calculate the magnitude, and magnitude is K upon under root 2 into under root 5 into under root 10 will be equal to 1, say. Therefore, K by 10 will be equal to 1. Therefore, K value is equal to 10. So whenever the K value is 10, then value of S will be minus 1 plus 1. This, I think, here we have done with angle and the magnitude. Yes. Another is very simple. Identify the root locus branches for the following system. सिर्फ branches पूछे, no need to plot anything, no need to calculate centroid anything. And for understanding purpose, I look up these numerical. So what is given? K into S plus 1 into S plus 3 divided by S into S plus 2 into S plus 5. Let's see the numerator term. How many zeros? Can you reply quickly? How many zeros? 2. 2.
2.
How many poles? One is at S is equal to 0, one is at S is equal to 3, and one is at S is equal to minus 5. So number of poles are 3. Always those number of branches are available. Okay, so therefore n minus m. Therefore, number of root locus branches is equal to number of poles. That is 3. Poles are what? Simple. 0, minus 2, minus 5. Zeros are what? Minus 3 and minus 1. K is equal to infinity is virtual. 0. That is the other. Now you please place all the poles on 0. One pole is at 0. Here is 0 on real axis. One pole is at minus 2. Here is minus 2 on real axis. And one pole is at minus 5. Here is minus 5 on the axis. Now, here, how many branches will turn? 3 pole hai. Branches will be 3. How many branches will be terminated to the infinity? That will be equal to n minus m. So n is how much? 3. M is 2. So only one branch you can see. Minus 5 से लेके towards infinity. Color में दिखाया है. This is ending towards infinity. Rest of the branches, this is started at 0. ये वाला 0 वाला pole 0 वाला pole at k is equal to infinity, and it is ended at first 0, that is minus 1 here. And another pole is started at minus 2 and ended at minus 3, which is 0 present here. Means in every say root locus, the position of the pole, I'm talking about this initial position of the pole. Here the value of k is always infinity. Always infinity. Sorry, I'm sorry. The value of k is always 0. As the value of k increases, then your pole started moving towards infinity. Your pole started moving towards infinity. यहाँ पे क्या होगा? इधर मूव कर रहा है, इधर. तो यहाँ पे wherever there are zeros, जहाँ पे आपकी ब्रांच टर्मिनेट हुई है, ब्रांच नंबर 1 and branch number 2, here your k value will be infinity. Here also somewhere here, यहाँ पे ये end होगा. So wherever the initial location of the pole, as per the transfer function, that value at that the value of k is 0. As value of k start increasing from 0 towards infinity, once it reaches towards infinity, your pole move towards infinity, or it may be at 0, and at 0 भी है, तो उसका मतलब यही है कि k की value is equal to infinity. We'll move to the next example. Okay. Numerical number 11. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If in case you're not able see the PPT, and if I'm not audible, it may happen my network may not work for 2 hours. First time I'm taking class on a mobile network. So in that case, if I am not audible your voice, then you please make a call on my personal number. This may not happen, but if happens, you please make a call. Okay. Let me download the attendance at the last also. I'll download it. Okay. So numerical number 11. Identify the root locus branches जो हमने earlier example में किया है for the following system. ये दिया है system k into some term divided by denominator k into s square plus 2s plus 2 divided by s square into s plus 2 s plus 4 s plus 6. Number of poles देखना है हमें. So number of poles आप identify कीजिए. You may put this denominator equal to 0. So you can put s square is equal to 0. So there are repeated pole here. Okay. There will be 2 poles. ये मैंने ग्राफ प्लॉटर से निकाला है तो यहाँ पे रिपीटेड पोल दिखेंगे नहीं. दिखने को एक ही दिख रहा है, but there are repeated pole at origin s is equal to 0 because I kept s square is equal to 0. So there are repeated pole at the origin. Another one pole will be available. There are repeated pole here. One pole will be available at -2. So this is -2 wala pole. Another pole will be at -4. This is -4. And another pole is at -6. So -6. So how many number of poles? Total number of poles are 5. Where 0 repeated twice, -2, -4, and -6. What about number of zeros? The number of zeros, if you go for this equation, s square plus 2s plus 2, partial fraction से separation नहीं कर सकते हम. So we'll go for the complex conjugate वाला equation and we get two poles, two complex zeros are there. That is -1 plus j1 and -1 minus j1 on PPT. I forgot to write. So there will be one more. -1. These are the number of zeros. How many number of zeros? Of course, number of zeros are 2. Number of zeros. So how many? Sorry, how many root locus branches? Number of root locus branches are of course equal to 5. 5. But how many number of branches those terminate at infinity? So will be equal to number of poles minus number of zeros. Number of poles are 5, number of zeros are 2. So there will be 3 branches terminating towards infinity. So you can see here, one branch is terminating towards infinity. This is the another branch which is terminating towards infinity. And this is another branch which is terminating towards infinity. So ये हुआ है, 3 poles are terminating towards infinity. And remaining 2 repeated pole will terminate at 0. यहाँ पे origin से लेके -1 पे and +1 पे. So all 5 branches are there, out of which 2 poles will be terminated at 0. You can see in this region, ये वाला repeated pole जो है वो 0 पे terminate हुई है, but remaining 3 poles are terminating towards infinity with different angles. Here the angles are not calculated. Later on in another example we'll see, because if such case happens, we have to calculate asymptote angle. ये angle क्या है? Then we have to calculate centroid. We have to calculate this breakaway point. Everything. We'll not concentrate on that. So poles are infinity. Poles are k is equal to infinity or virtual or assumption. Okay. So here is given number of poles, zeros. Number of asymptote कितने रहेंगे? Of course n minus m. So number of asymptotes are 3. So 3 branches ends at infinity. We already discussed on the graph. Now next is asymptote के number तो निकले हैं, but what direction? If suppose this your asymptote may be in this direction, maybe in this direction, maybe vertical, maybe in this direction, in any angle. But there are set of rules, and we'll follow those rules and we'll calculate the exact angle. So here, identify the asymptote जो हमने किया है. Number of asymptotes are 3, and their angles for the following system. जो दिया था वही system earlier example में. So what is the condition for that? Angle of asymptote will be angle condition, that is plus minus q plus 1 into 180 divided by difference between poles and zeros. So difference between poles and 0 is 3, that is 5 minus 2. So q value will be 3, 0, 1 and 2. So putting 3 values of q, first angle we get 60, another angle we get 180 by putting q is equal to 1. By putting q is equal to 2, we get 300 degrees, nothing but minus 60. So you can see the three angles are there. ये हुआ 60 का और ये हो गया minus 60 का, और ये जो है this is 180 degree. So you might be thinking, why not here? Why not here, sir? Why not here? Yes, can anybody answer me this question? Why this asymptote angle is here or diverted at here in the 3 directions, 180, 60 and minus 60? Why not somewhere here?
Centroid.
Why not somewhere here? Yes, and that is the importance of centroid. We need centroid. So asymptotic direction हमने निकाले हैं. We'll go for the centroid next to that. Okay. Identify the centroid of the following system. System मैंने बदला नहीं, okay? Same है. मैंने transfer function बदला नहीं है. For the of understanding, of course. So centroid is the intersection point of asymptotes on real axis denoted by delta. Somewhere here. What is centroid? Centroid is the intersection of asymptote, point of asymptote on real axis, and it is denoted by delta. And you have to remember formula. Don't say remember the complete theory that we had discussed in our earlier lecture. So it is simple. By definition, your centroid is summation of real part of poles minus summation of real part of zeros divided by difference of poles and zeros. So number of poles, again 5. These are the poles. Number of zeros, 2. Complex conjugate यहाँ पे भी लिखना बाकी. So we will compute the delta. Delta is equal to repeated pole 0 plus 0. 3 पोल कौन से और -2 प्लस -4 प्लस -6 पोल्स हो गए. माइनस ऑफ नंबर ऑफ जीरोस. जीरोस कितने हैं? रियल पार्ट, दैट इज -1 एंड 1. ये पीपीटी पे I hope complete equation is visible to you. I'm reading again. Delta is equal to 0 plus 0 plus -2 plus -4 plus -6. माइनस ऑफ नंबर ऑफ जीरोस कितने हैं? 2 कॉम्प्लेक्स है -1 पे. सो 2 बार रिपीट हो गए. -1 प्लस -1 divided by difference between pole and zero, that is 5 minus 2. It comes -3.33. Are you able to see this point at your end? -3.33.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So your asymptote is now, sorry, centroid of asymptote is now calculated. That is -3.33. And you can see here is -3 point on, and on the real axis somewhere here is the asymptote. जहाँ पे ये square बनाया हुआ है, from where the asymptotes are diverted in different directions. That is intersection 180 degree, 60 degree, and -60 degree. Yes, this is 180. This direction is 60, and this direction is -60. So this is how we can calculate the centroid, and this is the importance. Why the intersection is not here or here? Because it has some construction rules by the रूट लोकस इवांस सेम दिया है यहाँ पे, यू कैन सी पोल 1, पोल 2, पोल 3, पोल 4 एंड पोल 5 हियर, देन असिम्प्टोट डायरेक्शन एंड रूट लोकस। अभी यहाँ पे रूट लोकस हमने अब तक प्लॉट नहीं किया है। पाथ, एक तो पाथ ठीक है चला जाएगा इधर इंफिनिटी की तरफ, बट व्हाट अबाउट रिमेनिंग टू? एक पाथ जो है इंफिनिटी जीरो की तरफ यहाँ पे एंड हो रहा है, वन इज एंडिंग हियर एट जीरो। व्हाट अबाउट the path of these two poles? I'll erase the ink and again I will mark there. What about these two poles? Of course, with the value of k, these two poles will move towards each other and it will get diverted towards the imaginary axis. As I shown in, हमने calculate नहीं किया है but मैं दिखा रहा हूँ. Towards imaginary axis, it is diverted with certain angle. It is called angle of departure, and it will intersect somewhere on the imaginary axis. It will intersect somewhere in on the imaginary axis. Means in this problem, there there are some more terms. क्या चाहिए हमें? ब्रेक अवे पॉइंट, ये दोनों मैच कहाँ होगी? आपको मैं यहाँ पे दिखाता हूँ, यहाँ पे मैच हो रहे हैं, दिस इज कॉल्ड ब्रेक अवे पॉइंट। देन वी वांट एंगल ऑफ डिपार्चर, ये जो दिख रहा है कर्वेचर यहाँ पे, दैट इज नथिंग बट एंगल ऑफ डिपार्चर, दैट वी नो want to know. And again we want intersection of this path which is moving into the unstable region to the imaginary axis, ये vertical जो है, सॉरी यहाँ नहीं, यहाँ पे, आई एम सॉरी, यहाँ पे। सो ये भी हमें निकालना है, दैट इज ऑल्सो our task. Okay, let's see. Now the transfer function is changed. Identify the asymptote and their angle and the centroid for the following system. तीनों निकालने हैं. System is k upon s into s plus 5 into s plus 10. So obviously there are three poles here. S is equal to 0, simple pole. S is equal to minus 5 and s is equal to minus 10. So number of poles are 3. Number of zeros, numerator में कुछ term नहीं है, only gain is there. So number of 0 equal to 0. So number of total branches will be 3. Number of total branches will be 3. And of course asymptote कितने रहते हैं? Number of zeros, sorry, poles minus zeros. So asymptote will be again 3. और 3 आते हैं तो आप ध्यान में रखो, the angles will be 60, 180 and 300. 300 is nothing but minus 60. इसके अलावा आते ही नहीं है. If this asymptote number is 3, angle will be 180, 60, 180 and minus 60. So 3 branches will terminate at end. Why 3 branches are terminated at end? Because number of 0 are 0 and number of branches terminating at infinity will be number of poles minus number of zeros. I take a pause of 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. So total three number of branches will be terminated towards infinity, and of course there will be three asymptote. Number of pole minus zeros will be equal to 3. Thereby, these are the pole locations. S is equal to 0 here, S is equal to minus 5 here, somewhere here, and S is equal to minus 10 here. So these are the three poles, and this. Then another one is asymptote we identified number are 3. Angles we have to find out. For that, we have to go for the angle condition. So angle condition theta is equal to angle condition, that is plus minus 2q plus 1 into 180 divided by difference between pole and 0, where difference between pole and 0 comes by q value will be 0, 1 and 2. Thereby, we get angle, we already did this, we get angle 60, 180 and 300. That will be nothing but minus 60 degrees. So asymptotes are symmetrical along the real axis. This is always asymptotes are symmetrical along real axis. So again, where are the asymptote? Whether it is here or here or somewhere else, that can be found using centroid, calculating centroid. So centroid formula, I think it is learned by you now. The centroid is delta is nothing but real part of summation of real part of poles minus summation of real part of 0 divided by difference between pole. Zero plus 5 plus minus 10, 3 pole है, 0 है नहीं, so minus 0 divided by difference between pole and 0, that is 3. So it will be 15 minus 15 divided by 3, so it will be minus 5. And you can see your asymptote is exactly at the pole minus 5, because your centroid is here. So asymptote started, so minus 6, plus 60 degree in this direction, 300 or minus 60 degree in this direction, and 180 in this direction. So angles are calculated. Next numerical, I have 17 numericals only. So in 20 to 25 minutes it will be. Draw the root locus on the following system. It is s plus 10 into numerator, s square plus s plus 1 in denominator. So number of zeros, of course, minus 10 is the number of zeros, are 1. Number of poles are 3, because putting s square is equal to 0, there will be, of course, repeated pole at origin 0, 0. So there are 2 zeros here, and one is at minus 1, another pole is at minus 1. So number of asymptote, how much? Number of pole minus number of zeros. There will be only 2 asymptotes here. So 2 number of branches ends at infinity, because one branch will start at the pole, that is minus 1, and will end at the 0, which is at minus 10. Here you can see. So this branch is already ended, starting at minus 1 towards minus 10. This at minus 1, k value is 0, and at minus 10, k value is infinity. What about another? Another will go towards infinity. Another will go towards infinity. ये जो बचे हुए 0 पे repeated pole है origin पे, those will go to the infinity. Then angle of asymptote, कितने asymptote है? 2 ही asymptote है. So angle of asymptote will be following this condition, plus minus 2q plus 1 into 180 divided by difference between pole and 0. Difference between pole and 0 is 2, therefore value of q will be only 0 and 1. Putting those 0 and 1 value, for 0 it comes 90 degree, for 1 it comes 270 degree. 270 is nothing but 360 minus 270 will be, it will be minus 90. So there will be 2 asymptotes only. एक जाएगा 90 डिग्री पे और एक minus 90 डिग्री पे. So looking at this 90 and minus degree is nothing but only one line, straight vertical line. पहले इसमें 3 डायरेक्शन में 3 दिख रहे थे, but it is vertical line. So here and it is symmetric to the real axis. ये हमेशा ही रहता है, आपका ऐसा कभी नहीं होगा. It will not happen like this. You have this real axis, this is imaginary axis, this is real axis of course, and your asymptotes are like this. ये angle ऐसा आया है. Sorry, not able to operate this pointer properly. So on real axis, यहाँ पे suppose centroid है, and your one axis is going like this, one asymptote, and another asymptote is like this. This will never happen. This will never happen. Those are always symmetric to the real axis. Please remember, if you get an angle like, if you got one angle, say 45 degree, your another angle must be minus 40. Okay. So these are the two angles that we obtained here. Now where it is? ये दो angle है, लेकिन कहाँ पे है? Does it here? Does it here? Or here? For that we'll go for the centroid. Centroid calculation again is what? Real part of poles, summation of real part of poles minus summation of real part of zeros divided by difference between pole and zero. Summation of real part of 0, that is 0 plus minus 1, minus summation of real part of 0, that is minus 10, divided by a pole minus 0 number, that is 3 minus 1. So you can see here minus 9 comes in numerator, minus 9 divided by 2, so it will be 4.5. 4.5 plus means your centroid is into the unstable region. यहाँ पे है 4.5. It is okay. जहाँ पे है. We have to plot if the problem statement is like that. So this is the asymptote, and this is the intersection with real axis is nothing but centroid. Okay, I shall move forward. Example number 15. This is the transfer function given. I'm sorry. This is the transfer function given. K upon s plus 1. You can directly, it is very easy now. Zeros are 0. Number of zeros are 0. And poles are 2. S is equal to 0. S is equal to minus 1. But यहाँ पे क्या निकालना है? Find the existence of breakaway point of the following system. Breakaway point निकालना है. ये, if I change the value of K, then these root will come towards each other, will meet somewhere, that is called breakaway point, and will again divert towards infinity. So that will be, so characteristic equation is this. So I'll put the value 1 plus K by S plus S into S plus 1 equal to 0. Then S into S plus 1 plus K is equal to 0. Therefore K will be equal to minus of S square plus 1. ये हो गया आपका K की value. Then breakaway point निकालने के लिए what we do? We differentiate this K with respect to S. So differentiating this K with respect to S, it becomes minus 2S plus 1. So it will be minus 2S plus 1 is equal to 0. And calculating for S value, it is minus 0.5. So you can see, हम अभी pole locate करेंगे. एक pole कहाँ पे है? 0 पे है. So it is here. Where is another pole? Another pole is at this position. One pole is at 0. One pole is at 0. Another pole is at minus 1. And your breakaway point is at minus 0.5. इसका मतलब if I vary the K from 0 to infinity, 0 कहाँ रहते हैं? K value is 0 here at the location of pole. And if I'm varying it from 0 towards infinity, then what happen? This 0 origin पे जो pole है will come in this direction. Minus 1 पे pole जो है that comes in this direction, they will come together and will meet at this point. And again further, कहाँ पे? Again further, if we increase the value of k, this pole will come towards infinity, one of the pole, and one of the pole will go in opposite direction of asymptote, of course, and will go towards infinity. What is the value of k where your s is 0.5? So what you can do, you can put your value s is equal to minus 0.5 in this equation, that is s into s plus 1 plus k equal to 0. You will get k value is equal to 0.313. If your k value is 0.313, that means both the poles are met together at the breakaway point here. Okay, going towards next. Another example. Find the existence of breakaway point. वही निकालना है हमें. अभी हम previous चीजें पे बात नहीं कर रहे हैं. Asymptote and angle of asymptote. Falling system and intersection with imaginary axis. This is new. Breakaway point पे निकालना है और intersection with imaginary axis पे निकालना है. So this is the transfer function. A by s into s plus 1 into s plus 4. Breakaway point कैसे निकालते हैं? Find out the characteristic equation is equal to 0. So 1 plus जो भी transfer function दिया है, that will be equal to 0. Then k के term में लेना है. It is s into s plus 1 into s plus 4 plus k is equal to 0. K की value निकालना है. K is equal to minus sign, minus in bracket s cube plus 5 square plus 4s. ये जो है ये पूरा कैलकुलेशन कर लिया मल्टीप्लिकेशन. Then differentiating अब वो equation with respect to s, so dk by ds निकालना है. Will be what? इसका dk by ds निकालने के बाद it will be 3s square plus 10s plus 4 minus n of course outside. So if we calculate the root for this, इसके अगर हम root निकालेंगे, there will be two roots here. S is equal to minus 4.6 and s is equal to minus 2.86. पहले इसमें एक ही निकला था, अब दो निकले हैं. Now there is a question mark. Which one is the breakaway point? We need only one. So just see where is the root. कितने total number of poles है? We have 3 total number of poles. Check for the root. One is at origin, one is at minus 1, one is at minus 4. एक सेट पॉइंट यहाँ पे मैंने सेट पॉइंट लिया है यहाँ तक, ये लाइन जो है 2 पोल की. Then number of poles and 0 towards right hand side is odd, that is 1. Therefore there is root on this line. If we take set point here between minus 1 to minus 4, and if we calculate number of poles and zeros towards right hand side, those are 2. So even number. So there is no root present from minus 1 to minus 4. If we use set point here from minus 4 to minus infinity, and if you calculate at any set point, if you calculate number of poles and 0 towards right hand side, those are 3, which is of course odd number. Therefore there is a root present. So root कहाँ पे present है? दो मिले हैं s is equal to, उसमें से breakaway point कौन सा है? That we have to find out. So minus 0.46. So minus 0.46 will be somewhere here. Okay, let's go for the another before before concluding that it is the breakaway point. What is minus 2.86? रूट वो अपने रास्ते पे ही नहीं है, so it is not breakaway point. वहां से टर्न नहीं लेना है, right? So minus 2.86 is not valid, but minus 0.46 is valid. So your breakaway point is what? Minus 0.46. If this technique you're not going to adopt, then what is the next? You please put this value minus 0.46 into this equation, characteristic equation, and calculate the value of k. Again, put this value minus 2.86 into the characteristic equation and go for the calculation of k. You'll get two values of k. You'll get k is equal to 0.87. For another, you'll get k is equal to minus 6.06. Please remember, you should get k value from 0 to infinity. That is, of course, positive. And associated S point is nothing but a breaker. For remaining all, you will get k negative value. Still, you may conclude this point minus 2.86 is not breaker. Okay, you may get 3, 4. Okay, don't think like that. Ek milega, do milege. You may get 3, 4. So out of those 3, 4, you have to decide which is the exact breakaway point as per the rules. Now, one more thing here asks, breakaway point to nikala hai its intersection with imaginary axis. क्योंकि ये तो ठीक है, -4 will terminate towards infinity on real axis. But what about this? These two will meet at minus कितना निकाला था? Minus 0.46. But one of this will go towards infinity by intersection of imaginary axis. Another will go towards this. Why? Why? Because there are 3 poles, no 0. So asymptotes, there will be 3 asymptotes. Angle will be what? Angle will be 180, 60 and minus 60. And of course, if I'm talking about 60 and minus 60, or other than 90 and minus 90, they will definitely at certain point, they will definitely cross the imaginary axis. Because angle है 60 and minus 60, they will definitely cross the imaginary axis. And we wanted to find out this point of intersection, कहाँ पे ये दोनों match हो रहे हैं with imaginary axis. Okay, now for that, we will use a route table as we did earlier. So in a route table, this is the equation. So we'll keep this equation equal to 0. So we got in the form of route table equation, characteristic equation, then S cube k coordinates, it will be S cube ka 1, then S ka 4. Similarly, S square coordinate or coefficient, it is 5, and S to the power 0 ka coefficient is 8. Let's calculate for S to the power 1. It will be 5 into 4, that is 20, minus 1 into k, that is 20 minus k, divided by 5 itself. So this will be, k comes directly here. Now, for finding out the intersection, here we want the value of k such that this term becomes 0. Value of k will be 20. Then this term will be 0. 20 minus 20 divided by 5. And in that sense, we may use auxiliary equation. हमें imaginary axis से intersection निकालने के लिए auxiliary equation निकालना पड़ता है. You please remember. So auxiliary equation क्या रहेगा? Pi s square plus k is equal to 0. Put the value of k to become third line is equal to 0. So s square, pi s square plus 20, k is equal to 20 is equal to 0. So s square will be equal to minus 20 by 5. So s square will be equal to minus 4. Therefore, s value, यहाँ पे भी मैं लिखना भूल गया, s value will be plus minus 2j. So there will be plus 2j. Here I'm marking on the graph, and minus 2j. There it intersects the imaginary axis. Okay, this is all about the calculating angle condition, magnitude, then centroid, asymptote, number of asymptote, their angles, intersection with imaginary axis, breakaway point, a number of branches, everything. So here, complete root locus आपका हो चुका है with these different 16 numericals, and I have last numerical, which is 17 numerical. There I will calculate everything that we learned till now. So for unity feedback system, sketch root locus showing all the details I'm seeing. So this is the transfer function. Number of branches हमें पहले निकालना है. I'll go step by step. Okay, please remember. Please make your attention. Step 1, number of branches we have to calculate. Therefore, number of poles, it will be s is equal to 0, s is equal to minus 2, s is equal to minus 4. 3 poles. Number of zeros, numerator में term नहीं है, number of zeros 0. Therefore, n is greater than m. Yes, the number of root locus branches कितने हैं is equal to number of poles, that is 3. These are the 3 poles. Number of branches n towards infinity कितने रहेंगे? It will be difference between pole and 0. So n minus m is 3. Zeros are 0. Therefore 3 branches, all 3 branches 0 से start होने वाला, -2 से start होने वाला. Hello? Hello? Am I audible? Yes, Mansi?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Okay, this is the last numerical where I covered everything and then we'll stop. Okay, so I want everybody's attention towards this numerical. Okay, so number of asymptotes is very number of zeros, number of poles, and number of asymptotes will be difference between them. There will be 3, of course. Angle of asymptote मैंने बोला 3 है, तो it will be 60, 118 minus 60. Don't think about it. If the object question is there in the unit test, 3 asymptotes are there. What are the angles? There are 4 different options, and one of the option will be 60, 180, and minus 60. That will be the correct answer. Without calculation, you may directly. So these are the angles of asymptotes. We already did, so we'll not discuss about it. Then centroid, real part of pole summation minus summation of real part of zeros divided by difference between pole minus 0. So इसका summation करेंगे हम minus ये वाला divided by difference. So 0 plus minus 2 plus minus 4 minus 0 divided by 3 minus 0, that will be 3. So where is centroid? Centroid is at minus 2. Asymptotes are symmetric to real axis. Then breakaway point. What we do for the breakaway point? Please remember the step. We put characteristic equation, that is 1 plus GSHS is equal to 0. After putting this, we take equation in the form of this. Take this equation in the form of k, then we differentiate k with respect to s. After differentiation, we get 3s square plus 12s plus 8 is equal to 0. And of course, if you calculate, देखो ये जो है ना, ये आपको calculations कैसे करने हैं by say conventional method, or you may write a root table for getting these the roots. Whatever the way that you want to adopt, please go through that. So one pole you get one breakaway point you get S1 is equal to minus 0.84. Another you will get minus 3.15. Okay, there are 2 methods. Put this into the k wala equation. If you get positive value, of course it is valid. If not, it is invalid. Or whenever you are plotting to the root locus, see whether this points say on root loci or not. Okay, so what I do for first value of S1, I'll calculate the k 0.84 के लिए. Putting here, it comes 3.08. Positive value is 0 to infinity के बीच में की value है, that means it is valid. For S is equal to 3.15. If you put this, it comes minus 3.07, which is not between 0 to infinity, so it is not valid. So of course, your valid breakaway point is what? Your breakaway 0.84 minus. Then fifth step, intersection with imaginary axis. उसके लिए क्या करते हैं हम? We take characteristic equation like this. Then we'll write root array. Root array कैसे आएगा? S cube और S वाला coordinate, sorry, coefficient, that will be 1 and 8. Then S square and S to the power 1, sorry, S to the power 0 wala coordinate, that will be 6 and k. Cross multiplication, 6 into 8 will be 48. The value of k, ये मैंने earlier PPT से copy किया है. Value of k for making it 0, how much? Value of k for making s to the power 1 wala term 0, it will be 48. So for making this term is equal to 0, 48 minus k divided by 6, I used k value 48. That's why I directly write root array for k value is equal to 48. Then auxiliary equation will be what? On this one. That is s6x square plus k is equal to 0. I kept k is equal to 48 here. Then s square will be equal to 48 by minus 48 by 6. So it will be, of course, 8, and it will be plus minus j 2 under root 2. So intersection with imaginary axis will be one of the root will intersect at plus j 2 under root 2, and another will be at minus j 2 under root 2. So this is the point of intersection. So you can see 3 poles, 0, then minus 2, and then minus 4. 3 asymptotes here. Angles are minus 60, plus 60 and 180. And one more thing, angle of intersection. Sorry, intersection with imaginary axis is somewhere here, plus 2 under root 2. It is somewhere here, minus 2 under root 2. 3 branches, one will terminate towards infinity, and 2 will terminate towards infinity by intersecting to the imaginary axis in this way. So total 3 branches are moving towards infinity. Nothing will terminate to 0 because no 0 are present. Okay. So this is all about now. I have short video where everything is explained by me and into this video. Uh, Please tell me whether you are getting volume of this video at your end or not. I'll start playing and listen to that. Are you able to? I'll interrupt. Are you able to listen to voice of this video?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Wait a minute. What I do, I will the microphone on the speaker, because until and unless you get voice, you not whatever we did till the time everything is explained here. And I'll play. After playing, please listen to the voice. This is value k is equal to 1. Now in this video, this route, which is had those move towards each other, this pole will move towards infinity with value k is equal to 1 or 2. So as this axis is not shown after -4, so you will not see the movement of this. Okay, so please say imagine that further. This is the movement of roots for value k is equal to 3. So they came uh, again closer to each other, and this will go towards infinity, which is not able say shown here because whatever the software I use for that, I could not able to enhance the real axis towards minus infinity. So visualization of this route will not be here, but this will move in this direction, in this way towards minus. Next. Uh, so he and you can both the roots are made together at breakaway point. And later on, if I increase the k value, say 4, 5, 6 towards infinity, it will move towards the infinity into the direction of asymptotes, and it will intersect somewhere, whatever are the intersection points to the imaginary axis that is shown in this video. You can see now the k value is 47. If you calculate s value, you'll get exactly intersection value somewhere here. So here the points are intersect to the real axis, sorry, imaginary axis now. And further increase in k value will leads to move these 2 points towards plus infinity and minus infinity. It will not change the route. It will approaches to the infinity with increasing the value of a. So intersection points. So with this, if you have any question, you may ask. I'll wait for only 1 minute. Okay. If you have any question. If not, I'll end this meeting after 1 minute. If you have any question, you may ask.